high tide after the sunset, maybe 15-20 minutes after the sunset, and I still enjoyed these beautiful colors. Not far from Vancouver International Airport here. Lots and lots of people are enjoying this walk. It's a 4-kilometer walk. Today I want to share some thoughts that probably won't find it on the net, but I'll give you a perspective. I see people wearing necklaces and all sort of stuff like jewelries around their neck. Okay, and a common thing you will see with those dark clothed girls, like I don't know, it's a term, it's a specific term for those people who dress all in dark. They have dark makeup. They look awful. That's my perspective, but they feel beautiful maybe, but it's all dark. And what you notice, they have a dark kind of a, it's not a necklace, I don't know what the heck is that. It's a black dark stuff around their neck. I mean, they look okay, but what they don't know, having that stuff around there, like next to the throat, prevents them to express. And the thing is, naturally they cannot express. And because they cannot express, they get bullied. Or is the other way around? They get bullied because they cannot express, they cannot fight back. And then they start dressing that way. So guess what? That stuff around the neck, it's an energy blockage. Even it looks like a piece of cloth or stuff like that, but it's an energy blockage for the mind. It's very difficult to explain, especially when I'm supposed to watch my step here and still enjoy the sunset colors. Now when it's about the metal necklaces and all this type of stuff, it's even worse. I can't explain you how this thing affect your, it's called throat chakra. It's an energy center. It's around here. I'm not here to start digging into science and spiritual explanation. I'm just expressing a thought. So if you see dogs on the leash, right? The dogs on the leash are being leashed. They cannot feel free. They are not free dogs, right? If you look at a bunch of like many religious people, they wear a kind of a religious necklace, which is okay. It's a nice piece of jewelry. It's a reminder of their deity, usually Jesus or one of those. They use it for protection and it works, but at the same time, because it's attached to a necklace, depends how long is the necklace, it can act as a leash, making that person very obedient, and a person who is into this religious dogma like a blindfolded. I love to see people who explore their religion with an open mind. But it's everyone's choice. People can choose to be blind followers. Like uh, I almost been a blind follower of the communist doctrine. Almost. So I've been a non-believer, non-spiritual person for several years, even without using a necklace. But they had a scarf for the kids. There was a thing around the neck. It was a red scarf tied right here, and nobody knew what was the reason we were supposed to have the scarf, the red scarf with a tricolor band around on the edges. It symbolized that we were following the Communist Party doctrine. So we were like obedient to that type of doctrine, and we were supposed to be indoctrinated as students, like even from the kindergarten. So we were supposed to be proud wearing that thing around our necks. But that was because the teachers were forcing us to wear that. So it was part of the uniform. So our uniform was pants, white shirt, a kind of a jacket, and this thing around the neck. It was a winter. It was summer, was some shirt and stuff. But everyone was supposed to wear the same uniform. But now, think of this. Every little, even now in China, I think they still use that. When you have something around your neck, around your throat like that, you cannot express. And who you think you are, if you are a little communist student trying to say something? First thing, you are stupid. You are just a student. You are a kid. Can't. But even when you grow up, you still carry that programming that you are obedient and you follow the supreme leader doctrine. And if you don't, you get tortured because someone is going to be your informant, or I mean, to inform the Secret Service or whatever, the cops, about what you said. So you cannot really express your free speech. And like that, it programs the kids to talking about Chinese communists. It programs the kids to keep shut, listen, be obedient, and that scarf around the neck is like you are a little cow, a dog, a leashed dog, stuff like that. But you don't know. It's just for your mind, because your mind is copying some programs you see around. You see dog is in leash, cows and on a chain or some rope or stuff like that. Everything that is supposed to be under the human control, like every little animal or pet being leashed, cannot have freedom. Okay, so I'm going to try use this thing. Nah, maybe still up here. I don't know if it makes sense. So as a kid with that scarf around your neck, when you see every other kid, every single kid acts and behaves the same way because the kids are forced and programmed to behave that way, to be obedient, then that's your life. You are a leashed student, or maybe a human. And you don't know, because they don't allow you to think. Thinking is forbidden. It's just for the leaders. The leaders think, but even the leaders, the thinking leaders, they think through an agenda or a doctrine that is being set at the higher levels, at the Communist Party higher levels, and they just push it down, that agenda. And you are a leashed person, but they don't tell you that you are leashed. They just make you tie that thing. And the same thing happens in certain religions. In certain religions, people wear a necklace that is very short. If you have a long one, your subconscious mind gives you an idea of more freedom, right? So if your necklace is all the way to your chest, has some freedom to move, so you move, and it might move under your shirt, or it might be blocked between your breasts. That's a different story. But if you move your body, that long necklace will move. So it gives you some idea of freedom of movement of that necklace. But when you have it tight right here, there's not much movement. But also it affects your power of speech. So regardless, if it's just an energy thing that prevents you to speak because of your throat chakra blockage, so if you want to take that explanation, that's one thing, it's your choice. But if you want to take the other explanation about, oh, that's 30 degrees. Oh, that's a really steep climb. I don't know if you see this thing in the camera, maybe not. If you want to take the other explanation of having a leash around your neck and thinking that you are, or I mean, you are not thinking, but your subconscious mind associates that stuff with leashed animals, leashed pets. If you want to take that one, is also up to you. If you have a scarf or something around your neck during the winter, yeah, it protects you from getting cold. So that's fine. It's a clothing item. But if you do that all the times, including summertime when you're supposed to have your skin exposed to the fresh air, I think it's not going to help you express your concerns, your needs, whatever you want to express, because you are either following some stupid fashion, stupid doctrine, you are being forced, maybe. Should I say about the mask that having the mask on your face prevents you to speak, or makes you think that nobody can understand what you're saying because it's all mumbled under the mask? Okay, I touched that topic, sorry. I could not refrain myself from saying it, but it's the same thing, it's even worse. Okay, so it's about freedom of speech. Bye bye.